There are various types of deployments that are supported when using imaging. The most common types of deployment are zero-touch or light-touch deployments. A light-touch deployment is one that must be initiated from the destination system. Typically, this involves starting the system and booting to the network card to perform what is known as a PXE boot. The system would then connect to the Windows deployment server and download the appropriate operating system image. It is called light touch simply because support personnel need only to start the system in order to initiate the deployment process. These operating systems consist of individual self-describing elements known as components. Now, these components have a manifest that lists the different configuration options that you can set for each one. Updates, service packs, and language packs are all components that are applied on top of the operating system. Devices drivers are considered as separate configurable components. The benefit of this is that these components can be added on top of the operating system after it has been deployed, or even when the operating system is in an offline state. This allows you to install new drivers or updates into an existing image instead of having to create a new image from scratch. There are various components that make up Windows deployment services, each with its own distinct function. The first component is the Pre-Boot Execution Server, or PXE server, which provides a great deal of functionality. It binds to network interfaces and listens for incoming PXE requests from destination systems. In Windows Server 2012, Microsoft has provided enhanced versions of the many performance monitoring utilities that were available in previous versions of Windows. Ultimately, the choice of utility will depend on the particular scenario, meaning the organization and number of servers, as well as the level of detail that is required. These performance monitoring tools are easy to use, but don't be fooled. Even the built-in utilities can show you a large amount of complex information. Now, in order to use performance monitoring, we need to be aware of a few terms. First, there is a difference between real-time monitoring and the collection of information for baseline purposes. Real-time monitoring simply gathers information as it is being generated. This can be used for troubleshooting problems or just simply to get a snapshot of the current performance levels in order to compare it with performance baselines.